What's up, nerds and nerdettes and we little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming! Yes, indeed. So I want to try something new. I want to try something a little different here, if you will. Inspired by my video playthrough that I've done already. So I was inspired indeed. And I went online and I got myself 3 endless quest books. Woohoo! There's 1. 2 is still in here. And 3 is still in here. And these are going to stay in here until I use them. This way to make sure that nothing has been read beforehand. This, I'm sorry I opened. I hadn't thought of that. You're just going to have to take my word for it that I've had this lying around, and I did not. I did not take a look at this yet. Book number 10. Book number 10. Circus of Fear, an endless quest book by TSR. And this one was written by Rose Estes. So we're going to do a read-through playthrough. I'm going to do a playthrough of this book. I remember loving these. I remember enjoying these more than the Choose Your Own Quest books. I think primarily because these, well, not just because they were associated with Dungeons and Dragons and other TSR games. One of those that's waiting is a Gamma World, and the others are Star Frontiers, by the way. But it was more than that. These games, they seem just a little more mature than the Choose Your Own Path books. And also the Choose Your Own Path books were always like, you are lost in the zoo. You find a ring of spies. You forgot your homework. I don't know. But with these, it's not, you, the little kid reading it. You're being someone. So why don't we check this out? We'll give this a try, see how it flies, see how it feels, and I'll start by reading the back. I'll start by reading this, all right? Pick a path to adventure. You know too much. You learn that a cruel circus owner plans to take over the country. Somehow you must get away and expose his scheme. What will you do? The dangers you face are many, and the choices are yours. Will you tell the animal trainer, even though he can turn his menagerie of ferocious beasts loose on you? Will you tell your story to the boastful trapeze artist who holds your life in his hands high above the center of the ring? Or will you seek help from the sideshow freaks who want to turn you into a living mummy? Action and adventure are yours in every endless quest book. You will find yourself returning again and again to experience new paths of excitement. So this here, as I said, is Circus of Fear. So, let's see. Rose Estes. So it starts off. So whoever owned this book before me, Joshua, thank you for putting this book up somehow, whether it was through you or someone got it from you and sold it to someone else, but however it happened, thank you. Now, getting past this, you see here we have interior art by Kevin Nichols. Maybe I'll see if I can get a better picture of that up. We'll see if I do, it'll be up over here. Circus of Fear, TSR. All right, a lot of reading. Let's try this. You are about to set off on a quest in which you will meet many dangers and face many decisions. Your choices will determine how the story turns out, so be careful. You must choose wisely. Do not read this book from beginning to end. No. Instead, As you are faced with a decision, follow the instructions and keep turning to the page where your choices lead you until you come to an end. At any point, your choice could lead to success or disaster. You can read Circus of Fear many times with many different results. So if you make an unwise choice, go back to the beginning and start again. Good luck on your adventure. In this story, you are Layla, a young person who is visiting the circus with Petra, a friend. You've come to see the performance in the big top, and the ringmaster's about to start the show. All right, there's another picture. See right there? Ladies and gentlemen and children of all ages, the Bombax Brothers Circus of Fantasy is proud to present the largest collection of extraordinary performing monsters and mortals in the world of Greyhawk. They will astound, amaze, delight, and frighten you. And now we ask you to direct your attention to the mammoth steel arena in the center of the ring for a whirlwind of caged fury as black-maned caterwauls and ferocious displacer beasts, natural, deadly enemies, perform under the direction of the incomparable Rebus Romney. Hurry, Layla. It's starting. We're going to be late. Petra says angrily. I was angry. I just can't leave. It's a sin to chain a Pegasus. You go on. I'll be there soon. I want to pet her a little longer. You, children, what are you doing? Roars an enormous man as he strides into the clearing. I'm Bombax, the owner of the circus, and that Pegasus. Leave her alone. You're just petting her, you say. Don't you ever feed her? I'm forgetting the voices. Don't you ever feed her? Petra demands. Of course we feed her. She won't eat. A waste of 5,000 gold coin pieces. I'll expect she'll die soon. The man says as he pokes a fragile Pegasus with his fat finger. But you can't let her die, you cry in horror. You won't let her go. Why won't you let her go? No, I bought her. She's mine. If she won't do as I want, let her die. I'll stuff her and put her in the sideshow. But that's my business, not yours. Get out of here and stop poking into things that don't concern you, roars the man as he backs away. Petra, we have to do something. Gotta get these voices right. Petra, we have to do something. I gotta figure this out. Petra, we have to do something. That's too close to what I was going to do for Petra. Oh, I know. I'll use Mojo and Moxie's voices for this. Petra, we have to do something. Let's set her free? Asks Petra as you walk towards the brightly lit main tent. Mojo and Moxie, by the way, are my dachshunds. Backing into the shadows, Petra opens his hand. In his palm lies a silver key. Petra, you cry. Also, Petra's the boy. Petra, you cry, flinging your arms around him. I'm always scared you'll get caught. But tonight, I'm glad you picked pockets. Should we do it? Now? No, there are too many people around. Let's watch the show now. After it's over and everyone is gone, we'll free her. But Petra, the longer we stay, the more trouble will be when we get home. It's not our home, spits Petra. At your home, people love you and no one loves us at the Drunken Crow. We'll get a beating when we go back, so let's make every minute count. Come on, let's see the show. Grabbing your hand, Petra pulls you into the tent. For a time, your loneliness and hunger vanish, erased by the magic of the circus. Only when the final trumpet blast fades do you stir from the hard wooden bench. I'm forgetting these voices. And now, Petra? Let's watch them take down the tent first, and we'll be gone before morning. Wouldn't it be fun to go with them? Always see new places and different people. Hush, Petra. It scares me. Just think about it. You say that with a shiver. Outside, a thick fog covers everything with a ghostly mantle. Huge figures loom out of the mist and tower above you. Mastodons, Petra says knowingly. They pull up the pegs and hold the tent. Watch. Outlined by a glow of flickering torches, the mammoth creatures lumber about, pulling pegs and poles and rolling up the tent. Then, over the trumpeting of the beasts, you hear the growl of thunder. Petra, it's going to storm. All the better for us. All the better. And as the first large drops of water begin to fall, Petra points to a red house wagon covered with gold designs. We'll hide under this if that one goes to sleep. Scrambling under the wagon, the two of you settle down to wait. Soon you begin to nod drowsily. Hours later, you are awakened by heavy footsteps from overhead. It went smoothly enough today, rumbles a voice. Now only 4 men stand between us and total control of Greyhawk. Can we do it? The second man asked nervously. These people aren't stupid. Clausia, nothing can go wrong. No one knows except you and me and the doppelgangers. All you have to do is get the next doppelgangers ready for tomorrow, and it will work like it always has. 2 officials go into the fortune teller's tent. Then, Zippo Chango. Out come 2 doppelgangers who look and act just like them, but do as we command. I'm just worried, Boombox. I'd hate for anything to go wrong. Nothing will go wrong, I'll see to that. I'll kill anyone who stands in my way. Come on, Lena. We gotta get out of here. This is Petra. As he crawls out from beneath the far side of the wagon. Quickly, the 2 of you dash through the pelting rain to the Pegasus. You hug her wet, trembling body as Petra, with fumbling fingers, pushes the key into the lock. Hurry, Petra! You call out as the mastodons begin to bugle in alarm. I'm trying, it's dark, cries Petra as a bolt of lightning rips across the sky. As you cling to the quivering creature, a single tear flows down her muzzle. When you touch the tear with your finger, it turns to a crystal and drops into your hand, where it lies like a shining star. Stunned, you look into the silver eyes of the Pegasus. I will not forget, she whispers. From this day forth, you are part of me. When you need my production or my presence, simply touch the tear or make a wish. Another bolt of lightning explodes to your horror. You see the door of the red wagon swing open. A bellow of rage bursts from Boombox as he and Clausia, the ringmaster, struggle to get through the narrow doorway. There they go. Stop! Screams Boombox. But it's too late. With a loud clanking, the lock opens and the chains drop. Fly! Fly away! You shout. I shall not forget, promises the Pegasus as she raises her feathery wings, lifts into the dripping night, and vanishes into the darkness. Run, Lila, cries Petra, as he stumbles and slips on the muddy ground. But you stand statue still, staring up into the empty sky. Then a heavy hand falls on your shoulder and spins you around to face Boombox. You've just cost me a fortune, whelp. I don't care. She's free now. You can't hurt her anymore. No matter what you do to me, it was worth it, you say defiantly. Leave her alone, Petra screams as he hurls himself at Boombox and pounds the large body with his fists. Grabbing Petra with a huge hand, Boombox holds him at arm's length. Clausia, call the constable. We'll give him the boy and they'll hang him. Giving you a shove, he says, Go home, girl. Just be glad I don't feed you to a monster. No, you say in a quite determined voice. Let Petra go, or I'll tell. Hissing, Boombox leans close to your face. Tell? Tell what, girl? We were under your wagon, and we heard everything. Let us both go, we'll tell. Tugging his tunic down over his bulging stomach, Boombox says clumsily, Clausia, find some place for our guests to spend the night. Somewhere safe. Boombox, kill them, they'll ruin us. Do as I tell you, thunders Boombox. As thrusting you and Petra into Clausia's arms, he turns and strides away. I have to do everything, mutters Clausia as he drags the two of you to a small, sturdy wagon, shoves you inside, and locks the door. Layla, why did you tell them? Why didn't you run when you had the chance? Groans Petra from a dark corner. There wasn't anywhere to go, Petra. I couldn't stand there. I couldn't stand life at the Drunken Crow if you were there. Besides, you got into this mess only because of me. It's my fault that we're here. It's not your fault, Layla. Don't cry. Petra folds his arms around you until your tears stop. Get some sleep now. Everything will look better in the morning. Before falling into an uneasy slumber, you carefully tie the crystal tear on a cord and hang it around your neck. During the night, you are awakened by the cries of men and animals. The wagon suddenly lurches into motion, but its rhythmic movements soon lull you back to sleep. When you awaken again, daylight shines through the tiny cracks in the wall, and the wagon stands motionless. Then the doors swing open. Standing in the bright sunlight, Bombox glowers at you. You have cost me 5,000 gold pieces and threatened me. But is Bombox angry? No. Why not? You are... Sorry. Bombox angry? No. Why not, you ask? Because Bombox is a fine fellow who loves everyone. Wrapping one of his huge arms around your shoulders, he smiles thinly. I'll make you a bargain. Join the circus. We're one big happy family. And you'll both like it here. We'll feed you, care for you, teach you a trade. And you can work off your debt to me. Discuss it before I come back. As Bombox relocks the door, you strain to hear what Santa Clausi on the steps outside. All you can make out are a few muffled words. Don't care. Decide. Permanent accident. Later, Bombox demands your decision. What will we do in the circus? Petra asks. So here are our choices. 1. Since you like animals, you could learn to train them. You could learn the trapeze artist. Or you could work with the sign show. I'm going to go with animals. So this says, turn to page 47. Page 47. Oh, and by the way, here was also a picture of the Pegasus. Ooh, hi. The stormy night. So turn to page 47. Yeah. So, you want to be animal trainers, do you? Rebus Romney says doubtfully. More likely you wind up as animal dinners. But you did let the Pegasus go. That took courage. You're not mad at us for letting it go? No, child, it needed to be done. The poor creature was grieving itself to death. Why didn't you let it go? Petra asks. Fixing his one good eye on Petra, the trainer rubs a calloused hand over his scarred face. Well, might you ask? I can't explain everything, boy. Just remember that none of us, people or animals, serve this circus by choice. Only death will free us. It isn't as bad for me as it is for the others because I love my animals. But not all my animals feel the same about me. Are they all killers? Most of them are. Come on, I'll introduce you. Remember, Romney says as you walk across the lot, never give them a chance at you. Never trust them. You must be in control at all times, or they'll try to kill you. Stopping before a lowered cage, he points inside. Kind of walls. Never turn your back on one. They move so fast you'll be dead before you hit the ground. But they look so nice. They're such beautiful blue fur. And those hooked ivory claws that can rip you to pieces. Those are pretty too. Look at the walls of the cage, made of solid ironwood. But we have to replace it every few weeks because they can claw through it. I bet I could work with them, claims Petra boldly. That's easy to say from this side of the bars, Romney replies as he walks on. Blink dogs, I like them. And babies, may I pet one? Would it be safe? They're tamer than most, although we don't let on, says Romney as he unlocks the cage and reaches inside for a fat puppy. There, precious, claims he calms the mother. We're just admiring your baby. Then he places the chubby pup in your arms. It's so soft. Oh, it's licking me. It likes me. You cry joyfully. Pushing her head between the bars, the mother dog grabs her pup and instantly it disappears from your arms and reappears in the cage. That wasn't very nice, precious. Layla was just petting baby, scolds Romney. How do they do that? How do they disappear and appear like that? And we don't know. It's just their way. They blink in and out, back and forth. 1 minute they're in front of you, the next they're 6 feet behind you. They growl and act vicious, which they can be, but it makes a good act. and the audience loves it. Then why keep them in? Why don't you just let them all leave? The pups couldn't keep up, and the mothers wouldn't leave. Besides, I'll give them everything they need, even the chance to kill their enemies, displacer beasts. Blinks lose all sense when it comes to those displacers. And here's a picture. Little baby pup. Gesturing towards a heavily barred cage, Romney stares at the black panther-like creature that paces inside. It spits and hisses, its green eyes burning with hatred. Watch the animal trainer's face. Suddenly, a sharp-edged tentacle, one of the two creatures on the creature's back, lashes out and strikes the bars inches from Romney's face. It's never stopped trying to kill me, and I don't suppose it ever will, he says. Remember that. We breed them small, but even so, they're deadly and deceptive too. They always appear to be about 3 feet from where they actually are. How do you keep them in? Magic. Bombbox is an illusionist, you know. He keeps the spells up at all times. I'd have been dead long ago, along with anyone else who stood in their path. How do you stay out of their way in the ring? Petra asks. Practice. They're not very smart. I'll figure out what they're up to. Then they move. It doesn't always work, of course. It's the displacers that hurt my eyes. What's in there? You ask, hurrying onto a large red cage. Owlbears. Both of you stay away from them, too. They don't look very mean. They look silly, like someone glued owls onto bears. Silly indeed. Just don't stick your hand in that cage. We got these two as cubs. They obey me most of the time, but they could kill you easily if they felt like it. Eyeing the savage beaks, the red-rimmed eyes, and the long, sharp claws, the two of you edge past the cage and follow Romney. Isn't there anything nice around here? I'll save the best to last. Here they are, Romney says, parting the thicket of high grass. My pride of beauties. Ooh, Petra, look, griffins! Screeching loudly, the huge winged, evil-headed creatures turn towards you. Powerful muscles ripple on the lion-like hindquarters of the griffins as they move closer. Show no fear, whispers Romney. They're beautiful, you say as you touch the golden feathers of one of the animals. Its curved beak hovers over your head and its golden eyes study you. Then the creature opens its beak and issues a call. Instantly, all the griffins surround you, their enormous furred and feathered bodies boxing you in. Lela! Screams Petra, rushing forward. Easy, lad. She's been accepted. I thought they'd take to her. They'll not hurt her. But what would you have done if they had? Griffins are fierce, wild. They'd have ripped you a shred in seconds. See? I'd have stopped at nothing. No bunch of birds is going to hurt Lila, mutters Petra. Come on, lad. Let's meet the birds, as you so quaintly call them. Drawing Petra along, Romney pushes his way into the pack. Although the trainer is accepted and Petra closely inspected, they are largely ignored as the griffins nuzzle and nudge you, gently each seeking your attention. Oh, Romney, they're gorgeous. Their feathers are beautiful and their fur is so soft, you say, stroking each animal. Good girl. I thought they'd take to you. I'd like to ride them, learn to command them. It'd be a great act. Could I really? Would they let me? Yes, you have the gift, as I suspect Petra has it too. What gift? What are you talking about? The gift of caring, loving, whatever you want to call it. Animals recognize it and respect it. If you don't have it, no amount of trying will get it. Of course, you must never use it unwisely. For example, you couldn't go into a cattleman's cage and expect the gift to protect you. You must never betray an animal's trust, though. Now, that's enough for today. Well, you two look around for a bit. I'll see you at the lunch tent when the midday bell rings. Off with you now, and be careful. Assuring Romney that you will stay out of trouble, you and Petra wander among the brightly colored cages and wagons. Suddenly the air is filled with animal screams of rage and cries of a person in pain. What could it be, Petra? It sounds as if someone's being killed. Where is everyone? I don't know, Lila. But let's find out, says Petra as he dashes off. The screams seem to be coming from behind a large green wagon. Cautiously you edge around it and stop, frozen in terror. Before you is a leopard-like Camadan, one of the most feared animals in the forests of Greyhawk. It measures a full 8 feet from nose to tail, and snakes writhe on its shoulders. Clutched in its bloody jaws, the still struggling form of a crabman. The Kamadan drops the crabman and paces towards you, with his bloody fangs barred in a snarl and its awful orange eyes locked on yours. It slinks closer and closer and closer. 1. Run. 2. I'm not afraid. Romney says I have a gift. Cats love to chase things that run. Stand still. You know what? Oh, by the way, here's a picture. There we go. It's my crabman from the Fiend Folio. All right, I want to have fun with this. Come on, let's have a little fun. So, of course, let's go with I'm not afraid. Romney says, I have the gift. I'll take care of this. In other words, hold my beer. Go to page 82 to have a little fun. All right. Well, I have the gift too. Rebus Romney said so. I shall be a part of this, you say, grabbing a branch off the ground. Snatching the heavy door chain from the ground, Petro advances slowly. Yah! He yells, waving the chain in the cabman's face. Get back in your cage, cat. I'm not afraid of you. Yah! The Kamadan roars and springs, and your world becomes a whirl. The Kamadan roars and springs, and your world becomes a wild whirl of fur and fighting. Later, the big cat crawls back into its cage and grooms itself, purring contentedly. Well, Clausia, says Bombax as he chains the lock to the cage. I'll say your plan worked quite well. Quite well, indeed. The end. All right, so next time I tackle this, let's play it a little smarter. But for a quick little run through, get a feel of it. So this is what I got. So let me know what you thought. If you thought this was fun, this is something you'd like to see again, and we'll do it more times. Like I said, I got this, and then one of these, I'm not sure which is which. One of these is Star Frontiers, and the other is Gamma World. So we can always do those up too. So let me know what you thought. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for following us on Facebook and Twitter. And thank you, as always, for your support, the great support that you give us on YouTube by subscribing to our channel, liking it, commenting, and of course, for sharing our YouTube videos. I'm your buddy, Big Johnny G, for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming and my friends. Hey! Out of here.